Malaysian strategy, the Malaysian SNR. I hope most of you are very conversant with the Malaysian SNR, Malaysian SNR. So today, this is what we are going to learn, the Malaysian SNR. And mostly today's topic we are going to learn for the types of SNR. So as you can see in this my photo over here, you can see the various types of SNR. So we have the regular SNR, the breakout and flip SNR. We have head and shoulder, which we also call as the Quasimodo. In this picture, which you can all see here, we have them over. As you all can see them, we have the regular SNR over there. That is our first type of SNR. Alright. So all of you can see it, right? Yes, so let me first delete this one. No. Yeah. So let's first remove that arrow, and then I'll show you first. There is our regular SNR. And then in our regular SNR, we always have them. In a regular SNR, you know the types of a regular SNR. First is the A shape. You have the A shape, and then the second one, we have the V shape, shape, V shape SNR, right? Yeah, V shape SNR, the A shape SNR and the V shape SNR, this is our A shape SNR. As you can see, it is almost like an A. That will be our first type of SNR, and then this is also our V shape SNR. See as I have pointed over there, you can see. And then we have the second type of SNR, which is the breakout SNR, where the A shape or the V shape is broken, and when, as we all know, that the A shape acts as our resistance, and the V shape acts as our support, right? So when the A shape is broken, like over here, this is where the resistance starts to be a support. We call that SBR, right? So on the second one, we have here the S turns to be resistance, and then we have resistance turns to be a support. I hope you are clear up to there. Then you have the resistance turns to be support. I hope you are understanding up to there. Yeah, we'll be moving slow by slow so that we can understand all these things. So this will be our SBR, support broken turns to a resistance, broken turns to a support, and then the market tends to move upwards after returning to the support. After returning to the resistance which has been broken, now comes to a support. And then over here we have the resistance. We have the support that it did not hold, it was broken. And when market returns to a support, it now becomes a resistance. That is support broken to resistance. That is also another type of SBR, another type of Malaysian SNR. Then the third one, we like calling it the Quasimodo, the left head and right shoulder. So our head we get from the right shoulder, which is the QML, the Quasimodo. QML. Okay, this is another type. We have the QML, Quasimodo. Okay, there's also another type, QM is also another type, where, as in this case, we have market forms a left shoulder and then a head, then breaks, then returns to our left shoulder with the QM, and then we get our entry. Also, this one is a bearish example and this one is a bullish example. Yeah. So we also have examples from the live chart, how supports works and how resistance works. The A shape, as you can see here, we have an engulfing candle which has formed a A shape over here, which becomes our resistance. So when market comes and rejects at our V shape or our resistance, we find our entry for a bearish move, right? And then this is an example for a bullish move. We have an engulfing forming a V shape. After forming the V shape, we have market returning to our key level. Mostly we look for them at the higher time frames, returning to our key level. Then we see our reaction. We enter for a long buy in that example. As we also can see in this another example, we have a resistance over here, which the market has broken it with an engulfing candle. As you can see by now, I hope everyone understands what an engulfing candle is. So you can see we have an engulfed candle and we have a resistance which was broken, so now it becomes a support. So then when the market returns to it, as you can see over here, we get a reaction and gives our entry to continue our buy. Since the resistance has been broken, it returns to be a support. As we continue, also we can see over here we have a support that we intended that when the market reaches our support, for it to react and give us a buy, but it broke it with a long engulfing candle, and after being engulfed, we see market returning to our area, our key level, which now is a resistance. It was a support, but it has been broken. Now it's a resistance, and after market returning to it, we can see a bearish move. So to the QM, which it might be a bit confusing, but market first creates a left shoulder, right? Then market moves up, right? But again, it comes downwards with a bullish engulfing candle. So this becomes our QM, our left shoulder for the QM. When market returns to our QM, we see an entry for a sell, bearish move. Same to the bullish move, left shoulder on the QM, market returns to our QM, gives us a reaction. You can see a week at our key level, so we enter for a buy, which we go for a long at that in that example. So we also have the open and close, right? The open and close gap here. Since we look at our key levels, we look at our key levels at a higher time frame. For key levels at higher time frame, the open and close levels at the lower time frame, they are our support. They are our support or resistance levels. Don't worry about the writings, but hope you all understand what I'm trying to say. We'll just move. This is our writing over here. Yeah. since we look for our levels at the lower time frame, at the higher time frame, like the open and close now, for example, when we move to a lower time frame, we might find a support or a resistance. Okay, so as you can see in the example below over here, our open and close on a higher time frame. When you move to a lower time frame, so we will move to live example so that you can see it further. So on lower time frame, you will find something like this. This is on a lower time frame, but on a higher time frame, this will this this will be on a lower on a this will be on a lower time frame, but on a higher time frame you only see the open and close of the previous candle. This is on a bullish example, and this will be on a lower time frame where you get to understand. Yeah, so when market returns to a support, you get which is the open and close on the higher time frame market. I hope up to there we are understanding each other, but we'll later move to live examples so that you can see. So after that, we also have fresh and unfresh levels. Okay, we have the fresh and unfresh levels. Not every level, not every support level is a good level to enter. Not every support level you see. If every support was a valid entry point, then everybody could be making money. Everybody could be making money. Okay, so as I was saying, we also have the fresh and unfresh SNR levels. We don't just use all the support or the resistance levels we see. There are the fresh ones and also the unfresh ones. So as we can see, fresh SNR is when a level is broken by candles weak. If an SNR is broken by candles body, is considered as a fresh level. If a key level is broken by the body, not a candle, that one is considered as a fresh level. And fresh SNR is a level broken by candles weak. It's not broken by the body, but it's broken by a candle. A fresh SNR is more significant than an unfresh one because it holds liquidity required by the institutions. Price taps into fresh SNR and it rejects with a candle's wick. A body touch is not accepted. Price travels from one higher time frame, fresh level, to another, breaking through the internal swings and highs and lows of lower time frame SNR, and finally to the other side of the higher time frame, fresh SNR. Like what we are saying is price moves from a monthly to monthly key level, or weekly to weekly key level, or daily to daily key level, or how H4 to H4 key level. Okay, so when you see like when we see like in this example over here, we have a fresh SNR where price, this over here, price, this is our V-shape resistance. It's a fresh one. Okay, it's a fresh, but this one is not a fresh one because price has broken below it. Okay, so this is a fresh SNR, as you can see, a fresh, because we have a bullish engulfing which forms a V-shape, our support. So on a fresh level, when it's broken like this here, which was our example over here, like you see, it says if its reaction is up by a week, that when you know that the level is holding, and we use it as our resistance. But if a week breaks through it, we know it now becomes again a fresh level. It now becomes a fresh level for a support, but not for a resistance. But if a week only weeks through the level, it now becomes a fresh level for a resistance. Are we understanding up to there? Okay, as we continue, I hope what I'm trying to say is when like this is our resistance now, but when price comes and reacts with a wick, that one you know our level is holding, and we take it as our resistance. But if a bullish if a candles break through it, we now know that it's now a fresh level, but not a resistance, but now it's a support. Okay, okay. So we have the SNR touch. To trade an SNR level, you need a price rejection, touch of candles wick of the level by the Malaysian rule of trade. What are we trying to say here? We are trying to say first of touch of an SNR must be a candles wick and not the body. This is a clear indication of price rejection of an SNR. It becomes significant if it has liquidity sweep for more setup confirmation. So for a valid SNR, the price should react with a wick. Price should react with a wick, not a body. Right? Price should react with a wick, like over here, not a body. If you see price reaching your level and it does not react with the wick, it reacts with the body. And if it reacts with a wick and it has liquidity, like liquidity, we'll talk about more on liquidity, but not in this video. Liquidity, like over that one, this one we'll call liquidity before the move downwards, before the market reacts to our level, it has to have liquidity. Liquidity is the fuel that makes our level to hold. Okay, so that one was today. We were just learning about type of SNR and how they work and their significance and what they are. So make sure you understand and go through the video. You can stop where you don't understand, you stop, go back and understand more. So that was all for today, and make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for I will be dropping more videos of SNR explaining so that you can understand well and better about our SNR, the levels, the fresh and fresh, the types of SNR like here. But also I have the full PDF of this strategy. Just click the link on the bio or on the description. I'll put it on the description so you can join my free Telegram channel where I've posted this I have posted this PDF. You can go through it, but as for now you can also go through the video and understand it more. So by the time you're going to live examples, you can get to know, right? Get to know. Okay, so make sure you like the video, comment and subscribe. Thank you. You can also join the free Telegram link. I'll put on the description and on the bio. Thank you for now.